Well, guess who? I know, been gone a while, but I'm back. Alright, I know I haven't been here in a while. It's PM Insightz at pminsights-talk.com. pminsights-talk.com. Not slash, dash, hyphen talk.com. And or Patrick at pminsights.com. You want to email me? You got an idea? Any questions, anything? But I'm back. Here I am. We had a little gathering this weekend with the my class, the class of 75 from Lincoln Way. Not 1875. Close enough, but we had a great little get together. About 20, I think 20 people showed up. You know, we try to throw these things once in a while. It's the first one I've been to in a while, and we got on this a subject somebody brought up. No one wanted to get political or anything, but the topic was brought up because one of my classmates, who I've known since just little bitty kitties, we were talking about NAFTA and trade amongst countries. This individual had lost their job a few years back because everything was outsourced. So they were saying, but they were lost because they had taken everything overseas. And even though they'll get some products from overseas, because she was saying there are no plants in this country anymore that make the things that she was selling. You have to go overseas to get that, and then maybe they can put some parts together so they can say it's made in America, but basically the most important things are made overseas. There's no plants in the country anymore to do this. So that's been outsourced. And so just how things, we trade, it's just such a typical, it's a very volatile topic right now, but this country's been setting us up for this for a long time. We let the people with the money go overseas and go to Mexico or elsewhere to save money, and now it's too late. It's everything's gone. How are you going to bring something back? They're getting dirt cheap labor. You're never going to get pure made in America of these kind of things. But that's, we just got in the subject. No one wanted to get political or anything. But prior to this conversation, I talked to some classmates, and some people have actually seen PM Insightz videos on YouTube, and I thank you all. Thank you. One of my classmates was saying she really enjoyed it, and then somebody said, I was trying to stay on script, but that never works. I just wander eventually. And but they were saying, even though they don't agree always with what I'm saying, they enjoy watching the videos, and I'm glad. That's my point. I know I get on here, I rant. I have an opinion. You know what my opinion probably is, but email me. Let me know. I'll talk about what you want to talk about. I'll rant for you. You come on over here, and I'll start having guests pretty soon. You can rant here if you want. I'm open for it all. My point is, and I can't stress this enough, is how I might sit here and rant about one certain thing, and I don't want anyone to be offended because sometimes I get really excited about certain things. And if you've seen any of my videos, you already know that. But I'm pretty strong in my commitment on certain things, and but I want anyone to think that, just because I think that way, and maybe you don't, it doesn't matter. I've always tried to stress this, and I've said this before. It doesn't matter. I don't care. That's why it's a two-party system. It would never work otherwise. We can agree to disagree. I don't even have to know who you want to vote for. You have to know. I don't care. And if I know, and it's not one of my best friends from work, where I used to work at the casino. She is so anti-Hillary, it's like blah blah blah, and it's like she pushes things on Instagram that just pisses me off. But you know what? We just make light of it. So I mean, I don't care. So that was nice to hear that. Even though I might not always agree with what you're saying, Patrick, but I enjoy watching your videos. So that's good. I've done my job. I hope. Um, that's why I say it's a two-party system, and this is why, it is. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. You can't have. But since we're on the topic of politics, here we go. My favorite politics. You've all heard of this guy, Donald Trump. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you've all heard of him. He's running for president. You know that now, right? Okay. I loved it. Today he went on the Dr. Oz show to release his medical records. I think it was 2 pieces of paper. I guess the one from this one crazy doctor, the one on Fifth Avenue or wherever it was, the crazy one that said he was going to be the healthiest individual ever voted president. Ever. So this guy's been around for a long time. He's been examining forever president. So, but this is a different doctor, and it really wasn't. And Dr. Oz, it's a daytime talk show, for crying out loud. What are you going to do? What's he going to do? Release his taxes on The Price is Right? Oh man! Well, he's not going to release his taxes, but maybe that's probably what he would do. Price is Right, or let's make a deal. But yeah, he released his medical report, and it was a whole bunch of things about how he wasn't going to release anything, substantial, and then he did, and then he said he wasn't, and then he did, and then it wasn't anything substantial anyway. I mean, what we've seen so far, it's airing tomorrow, which is Thursday. Will be Thursday. So that's just. This is great. I mean, I know Hillary. She wasn't very transparent either. I'm voting for Hillary, but I know she made her mistakes. For someone that had been grooming themselves or being groomed by other people to be the president someday, hopefully, they'd have been a lot more careful, made a little wiser decisions. So but I just can't go with a tyrant like Trump. So here is this morning on CNN. This morning, it was. Oh, sorry, I watched CNN. Oh my gosh. I was in my mom's car. Oh my gosh! Don't tell my mom this. But anyway, Marilyn, my sister, and I went and saw Mom and Dad for lunch today. Dad insisted he likes the car backed in, which I know a lot of people that do, but for some reason I don't like to back in. It's too much. I just pull in. I'll back out. To me, it's too much trouble. I'm good at. I'm an excellent driver. I'm an excellent driver. I really am. I'm an excellent. I can parallel park. I can parallel park like nobody's business. Considering it took me 3 times to get my license when I was 16. Thank you, Mr. Michaels, my driver's teacher. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got so nervous. I had this guy both. I think 2 out of the 3 times I had the same guy testing me, and he was a jackass. But anyway, point is, driving. Oh, my dad wanted he was insisted that their car be backed in. So he was going to, he has his walker and all that. So he's going to put his walker up and go back to get in the car. And Meryl says, hey, just back his car around, back his car. So I backed it around, and I did as good. They got a small car. I mean, mine's small too. I got a launcher. My mom and dad got a Ford. A Chevy. No, not Ford. My mom and dad, no. They had a little Chevy. I want to say Sonic. But it's really cute. It is a cute little car. It really is. It's red. My dad insisted on getting the red, which good. It looks good. And so I had to, the steering wheel's like this. I'm trying to turn around, and I got out of the car. And Meryl says, "What do you think? You're driving a truck?" It took me a little while. I says, "Don't, please." I was in a hurry too. She's got Fox News on the radio. I had to get out of there as soon as I could. So anyway, that was the point. So this Kellyanne Conway, she's Trump's campaign manager. One of them, Steve, and her and Steve Bannon. But Steve Bannon, he doesn't. He's not. He's like way in the back somewhere with the dude from. I'm so terrible with names. The dude that just got canned from Fox News. Roger Ailes, that's the dude's name. Who now is reportedly he has a black eye. No one seems to know where or why or where it came from, but I got my suspicions. Payback's a motherfucker, right? Those two are in the background, plotting his debate strategy because you don't see Bannon anywhere. So anyway, this is She Was on CNN today, and I'm going to play a little bit of that, and we're going to go back and forth and discuss.
IRS, a letter from the IRS proving that he's under audit.
I'm sorry?
Will Donald Trump release anything from the IRS proving that he's under audit?
I don't know. Why? In other words, why are you calling him a liar?
Well, we're taking his word for it.
Are you calling him a liar? And we're taking Hillary Clinton's word for it that she was overheated and didn't have pneumonia, or that she's going to be aspirational uplifting, or she's going to start talking to the press again. I mean, seriously, we're running against...
Jane, you ignorant slut. Oh, I can't stand that woman. All right, let's listen to a few more things. I'm going to try and pull it together here, and we can recap on what a hypocrite she is.
Just respectfully say, because we love to play a parlor game back at the Trump Tower campaign headquarters, it takes the average Clinton surrogate or campaign staffer 10 seconds or 10 words to talk about Donald Trump when you ask them a question about Hillary Clinton, and I can't blame them. If she were my candidate, I wouldn't want to talk much about her either.
But you are.
Are you calling him a liar? And we're taking Hillary Clinton's word for it that she was overheated and didn't have pneumonia. He's been incredibly generous. I mean, are we going to actually question that Hillary Clinton and her husband made almost a list? I just wish that she would respect the hardworking men and women in this country who she thinks a bunch of uneducated rubes coming down from the hills with no teeth and long fingernails, and just, they need to be schooled by Hillary Clinton for evidence that she was overheated and dehydrated. Is anybody asking her for evidence of why she thinks we're running against a Clinton and we're going to challenge someone's veracity? Right back to what Hillary Clinton said, to be so dismissive of tens of millions of Americans.
Anderson Cooper got the exclusive with her last night and pressed her about
her husband trying to...
I mean,
well, Hillary Clinton disavowed, did she think Kermit Gosnell is deplorable? Who was tens of millions of people Hillary Clinton was referring to by calling them deplorable. She was referring to hardworking men and women. It wasn't a gap.
The world to be is at a Trump rally.
God bless Donald Trump. I did. Fucking A, what's your problem with Trump? Keep tabs on that. Husband is not a religion, partner. It's an ideology. You don't come and talk about America when you're supporting Muslims. Good luck to you.
Our president has divided this country so bad. He doesn't keep Get out of here,
It's an ambassador flag. I'm sure that paperwork comes in Spanish.
Immigrants and immigrants, they mix together.
If you don't speak English and don't contribute, get out.
Needs to get her ass spanked.
Alright, you see what I mean? We're going to go back to the before the video we just watched, the deplorable thing. The Kellyanne Conway interview. 8-minute interview, and she just got done saying that they play a little parlor game at Trump Towers, the campaign, and that they always guess within 10 seconds a Hillary Clinton surrogate supporter will within 10 seconds, they'll bring up Donald Trump's name instead of mentioning or answering their question about Hillary. And she said it clearly. It's stated there in my video, and that's from the news. And then within those 8 minutes, 10 times she mentioned or referred Hillary Clinton. 10 times in an 8-minute interview. Okay, that's what hypocrites they are. They can't answer the question. I've been saying this for months. They don't answer the question. They never do. They don't like to. It's just, what about Donald Trump releasing his taxes? Well, what about with Hillary Clinton, okay? When she was in 5th grade, she pushed down Sarah Johnson into the sandbox. Let's go back to that, okay? What about that? Everything. They blame, it's obscene. But they were trying to blame, that Katrina. You don't see her much anymore, this Trump surrogate. She was the one saying that, and so with everybody else, they were going along with it. Obama and Clinton started ISIS. Well, he said he was the head of ISIS, that idiot, Trump. They didn't start. ISIS started, I've explained this before, I'm not going to explain it again. It didn't happen with Obama. Obama wasn't even president yet. She wasn't even Secretary of State yet. And then she had to go back and retract that. She kind of backtalked. But anyway, I got a lot of other things to talk about. And then now the deplorable thing. That's deplorable. And I'm saying not everyone. It's, my thing when Hillary first came out, and I always say this, I know Hillary's made her mistakes. She should have been a lot, okay? But she's not going to be a tyrant, a dictator. Donald, tell us about your overseas investments. Are you going to give those up because you're president? All this influence he thinks money can buy everything, and money almost is going to buy him a presidency. We don't need that kind of leadership. There is no leadership. It's all about him, and he's not going to give a shit about anybody else except him and his 1% once he gets in office. And he's got this idiot Michael Pence from Indiana, who dropped out of the governor's race to become vice president, and he was going to probably, because he was having a tough race anyway. Biden's running for governor, I guess, again, and he knew he was probably going to lose to that, because this son of a gun, Pence, has got, I don't want a guy, someone in office that's got a running mate that is anti-gay, anti-abortion. I mean, it's the only state in the union where it's illegal to have an abortion. It was the only state that he passed. But he had to walk it back because he got too much pressure about the LGBT community, where you could discriminate against. They don't say discriminate, but that's what it is. Discriminate against. I'm not going to make you a cake for your gay wedding because you're gay. It's against my religion. Someone sent me a meme one time, and it was very good. So the Jewish mailbox. My Jewish mailman is not going to deliver my Christmas cards this year. You know what I mean? It's like, what, this is just, but but he had to back that back. But this is the kind of vice president he's going to be. And I'm sorry, there's 2 seats in the Supreme Court. We just don't need him. He's dangerous. A lot of his people are dangerous. And when Hillary made the comment, she apologized. She came back and they said she's for calling half his people, supporters, are a basket of deplorables. Remember the movie Bad Seed? I got a basket full of kisses. Well, she has half his people are a basket full of deplorables. And she was apologizing because I thought she was going to apologize. Says, I'm sorry, I should have said all of his supporters are a basket of deplorables. But not everybody is. I know that. I understand that. I hope people understand. I get excited. But anyway, so I got a lot of other things to talk about. I mean, that's just deplorable. You don't call the President of the United States the N-word. And he inspires this. He antagonizes all this. He loves it. There's an article, and I've been saying this too for months and months. Half, if not a third of those people in those rallies, he looks out there and sees these 10,000, 30,000 people, whatever he's got there. He sees half of them, a quarter of them, a third of them are registered to vote and don't intend to vote. They go to see the celebrity of Donald Trump, and now the hate monger Donald Trump. But and there was an article in the news this past week. I read it also, and it's been saying what I've been saying. These people, and he doesn't have anybody in the audience. Like with the clipboard saying you want to register to vote to make sure you vote. Clinton's got people in the audience doing that. He's got nobody doing that. He just, it's all about his ego. It's all about for him, and he loves it, the hate and the responses he gets and the movement that he has, whatever. So anyway, okay, but I got a lot of this shit to talk about. A lot of stuff happened this last week that I'm just like questioning big time. So, all right, I gotta go. I gotta get this up, and I want to get the other one going right away because I got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of time. Don't have time. I've talked too much already as it is in this one. So, God bless you, and I'll see you around like a donut. Hey, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button. Appreciate it. And don't forget to drop me an email if you got a topic you want to discuss or visit the website. Thanks.